Good morning, everyone. Today, we're going to report about ideas, belief, and values. What is ideas? Ideas is a non-material of culture and embodiment's conception of his physical, social, and cultural world. Idea culture refers to a cultural style within an organization that is characterized by a high number of the new ideas. And also ideas are evaluated independently of rank and task of the idea provider. Ideas culture are particularly dominant in startup and young companies as the primary concern with the rapid and complicated further development of entrepreneurial ideas. The five common characteristics of ideas are relative advantage. Relative advantage is a degree to which an idea or product is perceived as better than the existing standard. It's what most people think of when they visualize something being innovative. The second one is compatibility. The higher the similarities with existing norms, the better the chance of adoption. Ideas and people that miss the compatibility factor often describe ahead of their time. And third is complicity. How easily for people to understand a new idea or to use the product. It is seen as highly complex or difficult to grasp. People will shy away from engaging with a product or adopting ideas. The fourth is trialability. Trialability effortless for the target audience to interact with the new concepts or experiment with the new product. And the fifth is observability. It is a non-suitable result of trying and consuming the idea. For examples, essays, poems, words, slogan, fact, concepts, clarification, opinion or plan, a notion, a way of thinking, thought or knowledge. What is beliefs? A belief is a specific statement that people hold to be true. A set of behavioral patterns related to thoughts, manners, and action which members of society have shared and passed on to succeeding generations. A belief is not an idea the mind possesses. It is an idea that possesses the mind. The characteristic of beliefs. 1. Personal commitment is one of the most observable and interesting features of an ideology. If it were not for the fact of personal commitment, belief system could not have strong social consequences. Second, belief system has existing that is independent of their committed believers. The believers do not wholly contain the belief system. In fact, they are unlikely to be aware of more than small part of it and they must take the rest of the belief system on faith. Third is psychology mechanisms such as cognitive congruence may help explain individual commitment, but they don't necessarily explain the connectedness of belief system in human society. Fourth is the lifespan of a belief system is potentially longer the lifespan of believers. Belief systems vary almost infinitely in substantive content, and also belief system include a representation of alternative worlds, typically the world as it is, the world as it should be. Example of beliefs are sweeping at night is malas, saying tabi-tabi po outline in the forest nature. Do not travel before a life event. A bride should never try to wear her dress. When you bite your tongue, someone is thinking of you. Thorn your ship inside if you're lost in the forest. Second is dreaming about losing teeth is a bad omen. Gaba, sumpa, lihi na malignohan, etc. is the last sample of the belief. What is values? Values is defined a cultural defined standard of desirability, goodness, and beauty, which serves a broad guidelines for social living. The values people hold vary to some degree by age, sex, 6. Ethnicity, gender, and religion. Values are considered as the fundamental or basic ideals and belief that a member of a particular group is practicing and observing. Values also are the ones that motivate and guide our actions. That is, values that are motive of our proper actions. And to simply say, values are the reason why we act the way or this way. Values help us in determining what important to us, or in a narrow sense, to determine which good, desirable, or worthwhile. The characteristic of values are personal. Our action point to what we are really value. Our value give us our perception of the world. Inconsistent behavioral may indicate an absence of values. Respect other values. Our values give us identity. Values are subject to change. When values change, experiences change. There are types of values. First is a materials. Materials, some people often believe happiness comes from material possessions. Material values reflect the position we own, the thing on which we spend our money. Example of that is clothing, phones, shoes, person, etc. The second is aesthetic values, where reflect your feeling about what has beauty in nature and life. Derive appreciation for the way these things look, sounds, feel, taste, and smell. The needs to experience beauty. Remember, beauty and the mind eye of the beholder. For example of that is painting, sunsets, concert, eating, or etc. The third is intrinsic values, where are things or ideas that have value to us in their own right. For example, a friend who has intrinsic value because of his or her characters and personality. Your grandma Jewel has a value to you because she gave it to you. The fourth is intrinsic values. Extrinsic values. Some values are important because they help us gain other values or desired results. Your value is the antique car because of its monetary. For example, you have one friend because the friend can help you popular. The last is universal American values. Universal values are values on which all the most people agree, such as equality, justice, worldwide brotherhood, respect of self and others. Group specific values are those that differ from state to state or region to region. For example, the US citizen value time and are always in hurry. European value people spend time talking. And six is moral values. What you will or do not simply because you believe it to be right or wrong. Thoughts or codes by which to live. For example, lying, stealing or cheating.